Start that recording. Welcome to another special episode of Horsin Around. I'm your host, as always, Nick Mercadante, and with me tonight I have one lovely guest. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, Angela.
Welcome back. We are here recording this from Seattle now to talk about the follow-up to an episode we did last year on the progress of the final arc in My Hero Academia in the manga. So this is going to be manga spoilers all over, and obviously anime spoilers as well. But we recorded an episode last November talking about where things were, which was already almost a year after Horikoshi said that the series would be ending in roughly a year. Mm-hmm. And we were at a point where we were like, well, that's not happening. So
yep, 2 years later.
And yeah, so now we're 2 years away from that initial announcement, and it's still not over. But I think some progress has been made.
Definitely.
At the very least. So we just wanted to check in and do another little discussion about what's happened, how our predictions panned out. We've got a whole table here of what we had in the last episode. I'll make sure to clip it and post it alongside this video just so it's a little bit easier to see than the whiteboard we used last time. But see how our predictions panned out. And just talk about, what's happened since then, what thoughts have changed, and what new predictions we might have for next time. So, is there anything off the dome that you want to say about what's happened since last time?
Definitely we have some fights that were concluded, and I feel like right now, we are currently on chapter 307.
No, 407.
Oh, sorry.
Or 408, I think. Yeah,
yes.
when we
Chapter
were
408,
we were here last, it was around 370. I think it was like maybe 374, and so now we're up to through the 400s, and so it's been about 40 episodes in between then and now, which about lines up with the 52 weeks into a year, and then taking some weeks off. So
yeah. We have a few fights that concluded, such as the Toga and the Ochaka. Fight concluded.
Yes.
The Eraserhead and Mr. Mike.
President Mike.
Mm-hmm. They are currently missing.
Yeah.
Pretty happy. We had kind of an update chapter, I think a few chapters ago, that would kind of gave us the status of a few people. Mm-hmm. Some other fights concluded. The fight between All Might and All For One.
Yeah.
Did conclude, but All For One and All Might are both still alive.
Yeah, so. We had just, taking a glance at the list, especially mostly the adult heroes. We predicted most of the students would make it through this, except for Mineta, which we were praying by some miracle would perish. Unfortunately, that has not come to pass. But we haven't had to see his mug recently, at all.
Definitely.
So I am happy about that. But for the adult heroes, a lot of them were in the red zone or uncertain or divided between us on if we thought they were going to live and die. But basically, all of them are alive, except for... Well, there's only maybes right now. We didn't even talk about Stain last time, but he's kind of a maybe right now, just because we haven't seen what the fuck happened to his body after the big O blast that the suit that All Might had gave him, and All For One. But he definitely got his power slurped, so we saw that. And then Spinner's kind of in question, Edshot's in question, but...
Do we want to start from the top and work our way down, or...
Yeah, I think for the current students... Do you
want to start with, the fights? Talking about the fights?
Let's start with the fights, because I think that's how we started last time, was with the fights, and then we moved to the predictions. So like you said, the Toga and Ochako, also the Shoto and Dabi fight had its restart and reconclusion.
Yes,
so that did wrap up as well, in a way that I didn't really have any predictions for how that was gonna go, but I thought it went in I was satisfied with the way that concluded, with the whole family getting involved to try and bring Dabi down, and it was a little goofy, but I don't know. I guess I understood its narrative reasoning and enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I definitely thought that Dabi was gonna eat it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what I said last time, but very, very surprised that he's even remotely still alive.
Yeah.
With the amount of burns all over his body, down to the bone as well. I don't imagine that he's gonna live a normal life after this, unless they give him some, like, magical serum.
Yeah. So that was, watching the last episode again, was our main split. The reason all of the big three of the League of Villains, Shigaraki, Dabi, and Toga, you did say all of them were going to die, or at least for Toga was going to be like in prison forever.
Yeah.
But like you were pretty set on Dabi and Toga dying and Shigaraki getting slurped, and I think it's still holding true.
They're definitely still unsure. Like, we're definitely still unsure.
Right, but this is just as of this chapter, they are still alive.
Okay.
But I think I'm holding on to my theory that I had last year that this whole, the three foils, Shigaraki and Deku, Dabi and Todoroki, or Dabi and Shoto, and Toga and Ochako, are going to live as a result of their interactions with their counterparts, which is held true so far. I will say, at the end of the Toga fight, Toga wasn't looking so good.
Toga wasn't looking... Dabi wasn't looking good.
I don't know.
Of the two,
they said
definitely.
he was, like, stabilized or something, right? Like, it definitely wasn't looking good. I'll give you that. But, like, I think there's a chance they make it out of this and then are put behind bars or just, like, starting some long road to rehabilitation after that. So, and then Shiggy's still, we don't know what's going to happen with him and All For One and the rest of them. But
before we talk about logistics on who's going to die or live, definitely roping it back into the fight that happened.
Yep.
I thought that second fight was great. I thought it was so fucking awesome.
They turned it around, because we were really miffed about that fight restarting last time around.
100%. I was like, why does it need to restart? And then the mom ran in there, and
the fucking MVP robot with the Terminator thumbs up at the end.
That was good. That was really good.
True MVP.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and that was really touching to get, like, her admitting her failure as well in that whole fucked up situation. Endeavor just being a sobbing mess as he, I think should be at this point.
Yeah.
So having the whole family come in to try and step up where he failed was nice to see. And Ida got to do something as well. We were also complaining about him just not being present at all. It still was pretty minor in the grand scheme of things, but he was
lost children.
He was pivotal to getting Shoto where he needed to be for that.
Oh,
so,
Ida.
Good for him for getting a participation trophy in that fight, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
But I think,
good fight.
I liked how that turned around.
Yeah.
And I think we're probably got a lot more words about the Toga and Ochako fight. It's a little bit more recent, and also one we were more invested in.
So gay. So look at the girls go. Look at them go.
My eyes. That shit sent me off the fucking wall when they were just like, oh my god, your smile. Ah! Bro, what is happening in the 11th hour? Are you kidding me?
Oh, so awesome. I want them to be girlfriends now. Deku can do whatever he wants. They can be girlfriends.
Come on. We can have a throuple here.
They're gonna kiss each other through the glass of the prison. And that's how their relationship is gonna be.
Yeah, but that was the big question leading up to that fight, is how they're going to resolve. Because Toga probably, and especially, we also hadn't seen Sadman Parade, and that came out in between then and now.
That was so great. Very great pivotal moment of that fight. And just the incoming dread of all the heroes just seeing this flood of twice.
Yeah.
That was great.
I don't know if it's just been long enough away from it now that I've kind of, I don't know, minimize how much that fucking hit when it first happened, but there definitely were some amazing panels in there of seeing the flood of them just come down on the heroes.
I definitely wish that it was a little longer. At least I wished I saw more destruction done by that, because they hyped it up so much and they had such beautiful art of just all of them coming and then seeing the faces of all the heroes just in absolute dread that they couldn't stop her in time for taking twice his blood.
Yeah.
And it was like in the same couple of chapters, it was basically concluded.
It was part of their overall fight between Togo and Uraraka.
Yeah, and then it dissipated.
Which, like, we're, like, trying to have our cake and eat it, too, with, like, trying to get the pacing back on track for, you know, keeping up with these main fights and getting back into, which I think overall was an improvement from where we were.
Definitely.
The first time we did this with a year of the final arc going on. But, yeah, we were predicting, like, the Sadman Parade might be a trump card that they, like, flip at the last second that could help, like, even in the final fight with Shigaraki. Like, it would be, like, the last possible thing that Toga does. Possibly in this, like, because I think with the Dabi fight fresh on our minds, we thought they might do, like, a second reignition with Sadman Parade. But it looks like that's probably not going to come to pass now. But I'm still, I think I'm happy with how that resolved, and
fight was good.
Again,
fight was good.
Coming in with the idea of trying to find something redeemable and, like, hope in these, you know, the imagery of, like, these lost children that then grow into these warped people because of the society that just left them behind. Was on full display, and it worked really well in both of those fights, right? Because they had, they kept using that. They used that with Dabi as well, where he was, like, it reverted him back to his childhood form, like crying at his mom and his brother and sister. So they keep using that imagery, and I think it's coming through quite nicely. And they did the same thing with Togo and Ochako as little babies reaching out to each other.
Yes. I think a lot of the imagery is really turning our villains into just children.
Yeah.
Especially, like, All For One is quite literally turning into a baby. Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, it's getting quite literal with All For One at this point, just de-aging with his power. So, yeah, and then just... Oh my god. I don't know. It's also been a little bit since the Toga and Ochako fight, so I don't know if we're doing this justice. We were really hyping that shit up last year. And I think I was pretty satisfied with how that came out. I think referencing one of the things I did have a complaint about that fight was girl v girl fight. I think I still stand by that argument with the frustration behind having, like, two very prominent, you know, and strong main characters, and of course the two women have to fight each other. Yeah. But it was pretty good. Yeah. Fuck you. Within those constraints that are kind of
you
bullshit.
Made them kiss, and I was like, all right.
Did they? I don't know.
They didn't kiss. I'm like,
they shared longing looks into each other's eyes and
calling each other cute and the most prettiest girl I've ever seen. And God. All right, fine.
Insanity, man. Oh my God. Good. Yeah, I think it would have been cool if Deku and Uraraka did a team up again with the idea of bringing Sadman Parade into the final fight. But for what it was, very cute at the end and pretty, you know, powerful with trying to, like, finding... I didn't even, like, I was legitimately having a hard time before that fight thinking of, like, yeah, what would someone like Toga do with their powers that could be, you know, helpful? And then they brought out the idea of just, like, well, you could do, like, blood transfers and stuff. I'm like, shit, man, you're right, what the hell? But nobody gave her a chance to, you know, try to nurture those powers in a better way. And, you know, that's part of the whole story.
Home environment.
Nature versus nurture kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, and Sue, I was gonna say we were wondering if Sue was gonna get killed in that fight. Sue just didn't really do much of anything for the most part.
Froppy?
Yeah.
She got injured, and then that was like an oh no, and then she was fine.
Yeah. They were like caught up in, like, the Sadman Parade tornado, and she helped Ochako get back to Toga while that tornado of chaos was happening.
Yep.
So in a similar way to Ida, she helped get the more main character to where they needed to be.
Support character being a support character.
Literally, yeah. Kind of wish there would have been more there, but again, yeah, that's whatever.
Yeah. You can only have so many girls in a girl fight, I guess.
Can't have too much woman empowerment here. No, let's not get crazy, all right?
Oh my god.
But yeah, that... all right. So then, with that out of the way, and again, we're not really talking about many more of the sidetracks here because there weren't many after where we left off.
Yeah.
Or where we left off last year, because we were again complaining about the pacing and all of these little side stories happening. There was one with Gigantomachia and Mina and Kirishima, the rock guy, like the giant, servant of All for One. He got tricked by Shido, the purple-haired guy with the voice box.
Yep.
So he got his moment to shine. That made sense. It seems like he's been getting a lot more love in the anime, and then
everybody's getting their quirk boosts.
Yes. Oh, the quirk awakening is happening. Yeah, that's coming into much more center stage,
which is so cool. I love everybody's quirk awakening. I think it fits them so well.
Hagakure getting her beam thing and then also just turning into a visible naked woman.
Now she's just naked.
Yeah, she's just a naked girl.
She's still naked, but now we can see her. That's her thing.
Naked child in the battlefield for the fate of the world. Amazing stuff, truly.
Who gave her their jacket? Somebody gave them...
Oh, was it Ayama? Or yeah, always.
All right,
always
whatever.
sparkling.
I guess it was kind of cute, but whatever. You can still see most of her boobs in like every shot, though.
Yeah. What would Tailman's quirk awakening be? Does he just get a bigger tail? What does he do?
Goes a second tail.
2. Oh man, but yeah, they had a few more of those, but they were less extended, I'd say, than the other ones that we were seeing.
Yeah, they were very much like single chapter, like
maybe 2 chapters.
You have a upgrade, level up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so everybody's getting that and having their littler moments, but then the pacing kept pretty strong with those bigger fights leading up to fucking Bakugo getting resurrected. Finally, I got the sickest kicks out of this blog that I sent you of just, is Bakugo alive yet? Which is just a blog counting how many in real world days that Bakugo Katsuki was not alive.
Every single day they would post if they were dead or alive.
Yeah, and that's all they posted. And then finally, like within the past 2 months, right?
I think it was like 400 and something days.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Bakugo was confirmed to be alive.
He got up and he was ready to kick some fucking ass. And as he did fucking kick, that shit
oh my
was
god!
So cool.
I did not suspect at all that the next big fight with Deku and Shiggy, the next one after that one, I genuinely thought it was going to be All for One and All Might just duking it out for the rest of the series. In no way did I think it was going to be All for One versus Bakugo, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
He has so much fucking gusto that, like, pairing him with All for One is the most charismatic and fun to watch.
Yes.
Like, pairing.
When you have two just absolutely insane, unhinged people fighting each other, I'm here for it.
Oh,
and we're still... So, at chapter 408, it kind of concluded with All for One really losing it. Just losing his fucking rocker. Yeah. And Bakugo going, well...
Gotcha, bitch.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Yeah, and so that's with All for One, he's started de-aging because of his quirks. I'm not sure. They explained that at some point. I'm not remembering the specifics of it now.
From what I believe, was All for One was trying to de-age himself so that he could go back to his prime. But it seems as though he's unable to age himself up as easier. And so if you distract him long enough while he kind of has this Quark running in the background, he's just going to continuously de-age himself until he is nothing. Did he definitely needs Shiggy in order to stop his de-aging somehow.
Yeah, did he take Ares, like, unevolving quirk? Is that where that came from?
I'm not entirely sure.
Because it's acting in a similar way of de-aging, but I'm not sure if that's the same.
Unevolving?
Yeah, Ares healing thing. The little girl that is that what you mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think it's very easy for Hirokoshi, the author, to just be like, he has this quirk. He got it sometime during his lifetime. Yeah, he's kind of
just could be like, he has it somewhere. Yeah. He's now using it. And it's just like, all right, I guess so. The fucking thing he pulled out at the end of this chapter.
Yes,
Lord knows what the hell that is. He just turns into a giant sludge monster with all the faces of the people whose quirks he stole.
If you scroll in, you'll see Hawks' face because he slurped Hawks.
Yeah. There's probably some other people in there that we missed, but
yes, definitely.
Tons and tons of people. And right before the Bakugo stuff was you did get some All Might versus All for One.
Such a good fight.
Yeah.
That whole fight just like it just went like Hirokoshi has the most confusing fight scenes that I have ever read. There's so many like just panels. I have no idea what's going on because it's just like he took up a fucking crayon and just but it's like beautiful. Like I could tell that there is meant to be a picture in here.
You can see the general motion of things,
but that fight between All for One and All Might, where it would just be like the blank black background and just those still shots, and it was just. Oh my god. Oh my no.
It was fucking delivering.
So good.
Yeah, and it was just such a good like final bout for him because he was using the like his car, his fucking Batmobile or whatever turned into a suit of armor so he could fucking go ham. And he was, oh my god, and he used all the abilities of his students.
Yes, that was so good. I loved that. Yeah. I loved that so much. And then, oh my god. Oh my god. And I'm not even gonna... the dynamite.
Yes. He's his two favorites.
My soul. When I read that, I had to put my phone down, just crying. That fight was so good. That was such a good fucking fight, and I totally thought he was gonna croak. I genuinely thought
we both did. We both were like 100. Yeah, we literally said 100% dead.
Yes.
Like, and we didn't even talk about it for that long at all. We were so sure.
We just knew that he was gonna die.
So he is still alive somehow. Because Bakugo got back up at the last possible second.
Came back to life and fucking saved his ass.
Yeah, and his quirk awakened, so now he has explosions going on inside of his blood, which should just kill you, really. But, you know, I guess we're just going fucking full sicko mode now.
Who knew that if you, like, explode your own cells, it makes you faster? Did you know that?
You go supersonic.
You just go faster if you just implode yourself.
So that's how he came in and managed to snatch All Might away, which is really poetic, especially because when he was going out, it was him looking at the card. And so then it came back with that imagery when he saved him. So good.
I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest Bakugo fan up until now. I really didn't really understand him just being an asshole in every chapter. And everybody was just loving him for just being an asshole. And I get it now. I get it. Ever since he apologized to Deku in those chapters, it's been only growing, and now it's real up there.
Yeah. Now, again, he's paired against an opponent that perfectly complements his fucking insane levels of overconfidence in himself. Not even overconfidence, just confidence. He can pull it off at this point, especially because he now knows it's like fucking Zuko and Azula in ATLA, where he realizes that she's off her game. She's lost the mental. Fucking All for One is losing the mental game, and Bakugo is absolutely gonna take advantage of that and tear him apart. So that's gonna be so cool to watch. And then of course, I mean, I guess the last big fight we still haven't really got to. We've been toying with it. But it's still kind of been one of those fights that they just keep cutting to for a little bit and then cutting away from, teasing it here and there. But the Shigaraki and Deku fight.
Yes.
Ooh. So that's still
we're getting like small drips of it, just very ever so slightly, and it's usually just the most beautiful panel of Deku just beaming with power, and I just want to see him lose his fucking shit. I want to so bad. Like, you wrote down in his notes that I was so pissed that we got that like taken away from us. Oh, I still want it so bad, but Deku's going nuts. Wait, and he did say that he can only use one ability like one more time, and then he won't be able to do anything.
It's Fajin, right? Is that the? I think that's the one
gear,
where he charges.
I thought it was the gear shift.
Maybe it's gear shift. Yeah, no, I
think
he
has
you're right
one
there.
more like gear to go to, and then he can't use it in like other quirks again.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the charging one where you're charging up momentum or like tension or something, and then you release it. And I think it may be both of them, that he has like only one more go in each of them, and so he has like, he could put it all out, but it's gonna ruin everything else if he does it at the wrong time. So yeah,
that was the last thing I think we heard about that fight, and then it moved over to All Might / Bakugo versus All for One.
Yeah, well, All Might's kind of just sitting there at this point. His back,
he's better now. We could see his pupils, which is cool.
His back's broken and he's shattered on the floor, but his eyes are better.
We can see his pupils.
He's got his eyes back.
But yeah, definitely that Deku Shiggy fight. I'm waiting so patiently. I'm the best child in the line, like just waiting. I'm like,
please kill him, sir.
It's gonna be so good.
Fucking kill. That's the thing. Going, if we want to hop into predictions here, like Bakugo is, if anybody's gonna fucking just kill a guy, Bakugo is gonna kill All for One.
Oh, 100%.
He's gonna fucking kill him to death. He's gonna chance. Okay, he's probably just gonna beat the shit out of him, and then All for One's gonna de-age into nothingness. That's probably gonna be their out, to be like, Bakugo didn't actually kill him. He's not an actual murderer, but it's, he could kill him, and we could give him that as a treat.
God.
Yeah, let him do some murdering. All right, just as a treat in this one scenario, because All for One is completely fucking irredeemable. That's the last 2 chapters was like doing backstory for All for One and One for All, and it's just like, yeah, this one kid just from birth was like a blood-sucking vampire that just is completely inhuman and, stealing everybody's powers because he just sees everybody as playthings. And it looks fucking scary as shit. Like, he just murders 3 guys when he's like 6 years old. Just shoves spikes through their heads, and like then he kills the golden baby.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Whoa.
We finally hear some more about the thing that kicked this whole series off, is like the child that was born glowing gold or whatever.
But it turns out it wasn't really the first child, that there was plenty of others, but go figure that they were picked and chosen to be the first one.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking goes and slurps him, which is so evil and so on point, and I love that.
Oh my god, yeah, they're just like, the golden child, he's gonna form this new government that like allows the metahumans to coexist with everyone else, and then fucking All for One's just like, I don't like this guy getting all this attention. Mine. gimme. Oh my god, it's off screen, but it's just like the implication of it all is fucking crazy.
Is there any other fights that we're missing that kind of concluded or starting, other than the Eraserhead one, which we have heard is MIA?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, I think that's pretty much everything from last year to now.
Cool.
And I just, again, to touch on like the pacing, it's massively improved, I think, since where we were last year. Again, there was one moment that I remember texting you about where they cut to like a reporter like videotaping like everything going down, and they were like, this was the reporter from like the first fight when Bakugo was captured by the sludge monster. And I'm like, if you give me a mini arc for this fucking reporter right now with everything else going on around these chapters, Hori, I'm going to fucking I'm gonna be very angry at you. Oh my god, but they made that pretty small, and I think I don't know.
Really
I don't know if
not bad.
Horikoshi just like refocused or if his editors like
I think it's-
slapped it into him.
Could be either.
Yeah.
But definitely we're finally kind of focusing on the big major fights, since the other fights that were all happening at the same time, a few of them have concluded. So now we could finally like really focus on the main
Yeah,
two.
in 406 they had like a fucking quick reel of like all the different locations, and most of them are like, we're good.
Yes.
So that definitely seemed indicative of like, we're just focusing on this last bout with Deku, Bakugo, Shiggy, and All For One and All Might. Which, thank God, that gives me hope that our prediction of fucking 3 years may not come to pass. I think it'll be shorter than that.
I think it's gonna be, if I'm gonna give a guess, I'm gonna say it's gonna be within the next year.
Yeah, I think one more year is probably enough to wrap everything up. God, I hope. In before we just fucking make fools of ourselves and just he starts doing some bullshit again.
If this arc isn't completely wrapped up within 1 year, or sorry, if this series isn't wrapped up within 1 year, I believe the arc will be, and we'll probably get like another epilogue arc about them like post-war and like society remantling itself. Or possibly a time skip, which would be...
You really want that time skip.
Please give me adult Deku. I need adult Deku in my life.
Oh my god.
All right.
We want to move to predictions.
Live or die.
Yeah.
Yes.
So right now, we could kind of skim through a lot of Class 1A. We can talk about the big four at the top here. Deku...
I think we could both agree will be alive.
Was alive.
He's the main character.
Lives. I think that's the
what
highlight
is the
color.
Phil one?
There's...
Oh, right there. Phil.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Bakugo, also alive.
Yes.
He's been revived.
He's good. He's good.
To kill him at this point seems insane. Ochako, not looking great, but she's getting the blood transfusion from Toga.
She's fine.
So I think she's gonna live.
Yeah.
Shoto, Todoroki, I think he's gonna live. His fight's done. They're all alive. They seem fine. Ida, he's fine. He's done with his fight. He did his contribution. Kirishima, all the secondary kind of cast members here, they're probably all fine. Can we please kill Mineta?
Yeah, I want him dead.
We still want him dead so fucking bad.
I don't care if it's like, obviously he's not gonna die, but no, we want him dead.
Please kill him.
Everybody else is fine. Everybody else is gonna live in 1A. I think we're definitely gonna get like a senior year season or something, or them graduating, and it's gonna be all happy.
Yeah. Going on to the villains. So are we still gonna be in contest about this? Because I still think all of them are gonna live.
No.
You think what? All right. Do you think
Shiggy's dead? Shiggy's dead.
No. Deku has to save Shiggy. Come on.
Listen, I think there's gonna be let's save them and then we'll hold our hands and be happy together forever. And then there's I need to save you by killing you. And that's what I think is going to happen. Deku's going to save Shiggy, and then Shiggy's going to go, I can't live in this society. I don't want to be here.
Shiggy's going to off himself.
And then he's just...
But see, I think that would still
either
register.
that, or Deku's like, I'll save you.
I don't think he's going to do that at this point. I know you want him to go sicko mode. I don't think the direction that this is going to have that. Him offing himself, though, I think would also be kind of seen as a failure for Deku. Because, you're trying to, get this person to believe, to a certain extent, in themselves. Like, Ochako got Toga to see... because Toga was just I want to kill everybody and then myself. She was just fucking, when she was doing Sandman Parade, she was just I hate everyone and they all need to die. Same thing with Dabi, really. And then,
literally.
So, I think, that's kind of the end state for all of their characters, is trying to, find something in themselves where they can see themselves living in this world again.
I could see Toga having a future. I could see her having a future because Ochaka is there. I could see her having a relationship or some sort of friendship in future where they do girls' nights and they talk about boys. Dabi, I can see having a future because he has a whole ass family who loves him still and is there to support him and wants him to still be alive and for them to be a happy family. Shiggy doesn't have that. He doesn't have any of that. He doesn't have a family. He doesn't have a friend. Like, he has a hero who wants to save him.
Yeah.
He does, but I don't see a future after that. I don't see him hanging out and talking about girls with Deku. Like, he fucking killed so many people. I mean, they all killed so many people, but with Shiggy, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I see your point there. It's hard to see what his life would be like after this. But again, I was kind of feeling about that way about Toga, but now I can see a potential future for her with this whole thing with Uraraka now that's come to pass. So like, who knows? Maybe Deku will confess his love for Shiggy. Who knows? Anything can happen.
Oh my god.
Honestly, of any of them, I think my faith in Toga has honestly gone down the most of any of those three, just because it seems like Uraraka, they said something in there of like along the lines of like Uraraka has lost so much blood that for Toga to give her enough to survive, Toga is going to be sacrificing herself to save Uraraka.
They did kind of imply that. I don't believe it. I
Really?
think that's just ambiance. Whatever. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, after the whole Bakugo fiasco, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've almost like lost a lot of like risk almost, like a lot of trust in like these characters staying dead because so many are still alive. So I feel like I think risk is the word. Like, I don't know. Like there's no, yeah. I don't really, so it's kind of taken away a little bit for some of these fights. And so I still want to hold on to hoping them dying because it still is at least convincing myself of that there is a risk to be had and that there's maybe something lost.
Yeah.
But definitely for Shiggy, I think I'll put down unsure because I think he's going to croak. I think he's going to still live.
Yeah.
For Dabi, even though I said I do think that he does have a potential for like a future and stuff, I don't think he's gonna be okay. I know this last fight, he's down to his fucking bones. This man is a walking skeleton. He's dead.
Listen,
he's dead.
You seen any of those ghouls in the Fallout series? How they look with all their faces melted? He can live on. All right, they can live on. He can live on.
All right, I'm making it orange.
Yeah.
I don't think that he'll live. I think they're gonna have a cute family moment where they're like genuinely finally saying goodbye to him because they couldn't before. This man is nothing. He's gonna be a walking fish if they give him the salmon skin for the burns and shit. I don't know.
And then for Toga, what do you think?
She's alive. I think she's gonna stay alive.
Okay, we've gotten.
You think so?
I think, especially with your argument about the stakes just kind of being lowered from everybody staying alive for this long. I think you're right. I think they'll do an aspo where there'll be like she has survived somehow. Toga has survived.
She's fine.
Yeah.
I think the fan base just by themselves would absolutely fucking riot if she died.
I don't like
you make one gay character and then you kill them.
Yeah. I think more than one gay character. I can read
it already.
But they've all been bad. Like fucking blue-haired girl with the big three. She's gay. She has a girlfriend, but you never know.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, well, they never talk about it though. That's like it's a classic like J.K. Rowling, like, yep, she's gay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then they have had trans representation, but it's Tiger in the Wow Wow Pussycats, which has been pretty alright as like a secondary character goes. But then Magni was the trans woman that was in the League of Villains, and then she got fucking killed by the Chie Hasaikai guy. Hates
Magni,
the one that had the giant like magnet thing on their shoulders that can control magnetism. They got killed right as the Yakuza arc started.
Okay.
As a show of power, he walked into the League of Villains and then just fucking evaporated Magni in front of them. And it's just like, well, I mean, we do know this guy means business now. Kind of wish it wasn't one of the only trans characters in your show, but yeah, all right. So,
all right, well, yeah.
But yeah, also, yeah, Barrier Games would be hitting very hard if they killed Toga right after this. Kirigiri, We don't really know. We said he was being fine before.
We're gonna get that throuple, and they're gonna be good.
I can see it. Spinner. He's just kind of brain dead at this point.
What did we say? Predicted was dead. Currently is unknown.
Yeah.
I think I might still say dead, if not incredibly injured. Like, debilitating, like, needs help getting around.
Yeah, it's kind of a very sad and, like, anticlimactic ending for that character.
I agree.
That was one that kind of fell short, I think, for us. Is like
rude.
It just doesn't. I think he can live at this point.
All right, we're going unsure then.
We're going with unsure, but they like again try to find that balance of pacing. I kind of want them to go back to him at this point because he's just so fucked.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's so sad. I think they addressed such a cool dynamic about the racism. We even talked about this last time, for like people who have quirks and don't look human. And they just made the big enemy quite literally not a human or just like not a functioning
and then
person.
he served like a transactional purpose to help get Kurogiri out. And then he basically dropped dead, like almost. Like he's not dead, but I guess we're not even sure. Like he's very least like practically brain dead.
Yes.
And it's
not
just
great.
Like I guess you could argue maybe it was like just another like way to show how fucked up All for One is, just using people like the people that have been marginalized to this extent to just further his own goals. But like we already knew that. We knew that, and we kind of like the Spinner guy. He's, trying so hard to just fight for a world where he's more accepted. And, to have it end like that is really kind of just fucked up. So, I don't know. All for One, he's gonna die. He's alive right now. We predicted him dead, but we didn't know how long this would be going for. He's gonna fucking croak.
He's gonna turn into a baby and then burn in the sun.
Of Explosion Murder God Dynamite. Yeah.
There's a reference to another anime.
Excuse me. God Explosion Murder God Dynamite. Right? Is that
All for One's gonna get blown the fuck up. He's gonna turn into a baby and literally Bakugo's gonna go perfect and blow the fuck up out of this baby. Like,
can you imagine if fucking All Might is just like, he's a child, he knows not anything of this world anymore. We can
palms it by like the head, like squishes the soft spot and just like he's dead. Like he's not. I don't see where All for One is gonna survive.
No, there's no world. There's nothing like, especially with this background chapter. There's nothing redeemable about him. There is no child, allegory, like fantasy image of him. It is literally him turning into a physical child who was also fucked up even from his infancy. So like he's
not great.
We didn't talk about Stain last time because we didn't know where he was or what he was doing.
I didn't even know he was going to pop up.
No, that was really cool to have him, meet his hero and like be able to actually help him.
Yes.
The one true hero in his eyes with that assist with All Might in the final fight that they had.
Yeah, he did get slurped.
He got slurped and then he got hit by a giant orbital fucking laser that All Might activated as a last resort. It wasn't enough. But I think he's dead.
I think he's dead.
Yeah. We haven't seen.
I think they're gonna look at him like at the ending. They're gonna pan to like all like the people who passed away, and it's just gonna be Stain's like rap.
His rap, yeah.
And he's incinerated, or they're gonna try to imply that like maybe he's still out there. They're gonna try to do that. Whatever. In both cases, he's dead to me. So he's dead.
Yeah. The only reason I marked him as unsure right now is because again we haven't seen the body, and fucking somehow Lady Nagant survived having a bomb implanted in her. So
I mean, I'm here for it. She's fucking hot as fuck. Are you kidding me?
But there are no stakes, Angela. There are no
You're right.
stakes.
The stakes. There's no risk. There's no stakes. But it's okay if they're hot. That's what I'm saying.
One for All. We have talked about this before with some other people that have been following the manga. If he's gonna survive in the end, or if All Might is gonna croak.
All Might.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we thought he was dead.
Yeah, for sure.
All Might is fine. He's fine. I think he's fine.
You think he's fine?
They went through all this whole thing about him surviving and Bakugo saving him. He's fine.
I don't know. I think, like, again...
Bro, he had a flashback from, what's his name? The spy guy, or...
Night Eye?
Night Eye, yes. Like, he's fine.
He has defied his fate in that sense, but he still has been utterly broken. Like, his body is in shambles from this fight with All for One. And, like, I don't know. I think they might let him, witness his proteges filling in his shoes, and then he quietly passes as he's able to, like, look upon his greatest work.
That could be a possibility, or if he's in a wheelchair forever. I know somebody who has 2 very good legs, and she probably would be willing to take care of him because her husband isn't in the picture.
It's not in the picture, right, and will never be in the picture again.
Of course, because he's dying.
No. We're not bringing this back. We got so far without touching this.
Oh, I totally forgot to mention it.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Anyway, so I'll reiterate my favorite theory about this entire show is that Deku's father is All for One.
No.
So some parts of this theory is, one, I think there was a proven panel that All for One had the power of fire breathing, and that was said to be Deku's father's power was fire breathing. Also, the fact that Hirokoshi is a major Star Wars fan, loves Star Wars, and it would be so fucking funny. It would be so funny.
It'd be so fucking dumb.
It'd be so funny.
There has been no build-up for this. Like, I will say, again, going back, like, they've been doing really good jobs with the imagery and symbology with what they were doing with these final fights so far. So if they just throw this in here without any proper build-up, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
I've been watching the build-up. The build-up is for me.
And no one else.
All right. I think he's gonna live. What do you think? All Might.
All Might? I think he might die. I think he's gonna die.
All right, we're going unsure. We're going the other way around. 100% dead.
But yeah, we were so sure he's dead. So the fact that there's even a chance that he can live is pretty incredible at this point.
We should put down for all the orange ones who think is gonna live bad or dead.
Yeah, we can do that after the episode.
Okay, sounds great. Eraserhead. We were unsure.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, I thought Eraserhead was gonna die. You thought he was gonna live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say at this point I'm going for the thruple, so I'm gonna say he's gonna live. I don't know why I was so pessimistic.
That's gonna be an issue because we both thought President Mike was gonna die last time around.
How? We thought the warp guy was gonna live, and then I thought the other 2 were gonna die.
We thought you thought they were both gonna get sacrificed or something.
Nah, I think they're all gonna be fine.
I think
if anything, Eraserhead will die, but I think that they're fine.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm still fully on Eraserhead lives. I think he is definitely gonna, like, if All Might passes, but Eraserhead is still gonna live to see his students become the full-fledged heroes. Because he cares, like, All Might cares about everyone in 1A and 1B and whatever. But Aizawa, he raised those fucking kids. Like, he did, yeah. He raised all of them. All Might he had favorites. Aizawa, he cares about all of them. So much. So, like, I think he'll get to see all of them become full-fledged heroes. I
don't know what I did here.
Is there a formatting mode? Hold on. Shoot. Well, we can fix this later if we have to. At the worst case, I can look at the,
what was it?
No, that's highlight color. We need the other fill. One. Yeah, we need fill color table. Fill color.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we think he'll live.
Yep. I'm down for him living.
Okay.
President Mike, I think there's still a chance he dies. I think it's again going back to this idea of the stakes keep getting lowered by everybody still living.
Yes.
I think he's gonna live now. I think there's not really enough of a present threat that indicates anything. But we also just don't know what's going on with them, really. They're kind of out of the picture.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought President Mike president. I didn't know why I thought the Mike guy was gonna die.
I think we were assuming that there would be more fallout from
yes,
Sad Man Parade.
Definitely, yeah.
And so
I think he's fine.
Yeah,
I'll say he's fine. Endeavor. I can't believe he's still alive. I cannot fucking believe he's still alive.
I couldn't either, but he's here.
I really thought he was either gonna risk kill himself in order to save Dobby, or kill himself while fighting Dobby, or Dobby killing him, or something, whatever the fuck.
No.
No, we need...
He's gonna live, though.
I guess we need him to be fine for this very much broken and awkward family.
Oh my god. Family dinners for a while are going to be very, very quiet. Mostly because all of them have their throats burned out. But, he's going to live.
He's going to live and he's going to retire and...
Yeah, and nobody's going to respect him.
And then he's probably going to... I 100% bet you this is leading into him getting back together with his ex-wife. I don't like it. No. I don't like that.
You know what he should do? He should become a hermit. That's what should happen. His kids can go see him. Maybe his ex-wife could go see him and they can talk, but they should not get back together.
He should be the new who's the guy with the older, small, shorter guy? Man?
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he should be the new basically hidden away hermit who later on comes out of or is discovered by the next hero and trains them or whatever. And he trains them to be a better person than, of course, he is.
Yep.
Hopefully. God, I fucking hope.
Yeah, but
he's fine. He's gonna live.
Hawks
slurped.
Yeah, but not dead. Not dead, though. And he's probably not going to die.
No, I don't think so. I think the fan base would also go feral if Hawks died.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
He's a big fan favorite.
I don't get it. I mean, he's cute, but
he's edgy. He killed fucking twice.
He's in 5 chapters.
He killed twice, and he talked to Dobby. So everyone wants Dobby and fucking Hawks to go at it.
2 hot characters talking to each other. Oh my god.
Crazy. That's the same kind of shit as Todoroki and Deku for me.
They should try to make each other pregnant. They should try.
Are you into that?
No.
I know, yeah. I just don't fucking get it.
Oh, for these guys? No.
In
general?
For Todoroki and Deku.
Oh, no. Why?
I don't get it at all.
If Deku should be with anybody and be a gay character, it should be Bakugo. I think that would, in a way, be cute. But ultimately, it's Deku and Ochako as end goal. Yeah. Absolute end goal. Anybody who says Deku and Froppy are, weird.
We know someone who, they've read more of the manga and they're like, no, there's no chance of it. But he believed that they had a chance. Nando.
All right. Okay. Right when you said Nando, I okay. Sure. Okay, Nando.
Oh my god.
Why?
Anyway. But anyways, best genius.
Wow. What a fucking character. What a character to just get your ass completely beaten and then just stand there and be like, this boy, he has potential. Look at this boy. Yeah. And then being then just watching Ed Shot, slowly, sew him together and just standing there, doing nothing. Yeah, he lives and he's gonna be a fucking bitch. That's
he trained Bakugo though. He did do that. He helped train him. We gotta give him credit for that one.
Oh, Ed.
Somehow Ed Shot is alive. How? That's probably the most annoying one. Even worse than All for One or One for All. He
gets stick bugged.
That's his power. He turns into the stick bug. He gets real spindly.
I don't know why he's still alive.
I don't either.
He definitely is still alive. I don't know why this is unsure. He's still alive.
Because he was like, I'm barely here. Yeah. So he was I thought he was fading potentially.
Me? He's dead. I think he was the risk and the...
I hope so.
The stake.
I hope there was a stake at all. I'm here for some prime rib, and I'm not getting any. It's kind of fucked up at this point.
I think he's dead.
I think so, too.
Okay, thank you.
I kind of just want him to be dead.
I would like for him to be dead. I don't know why. This is definitely an unsure. Mirko, the bunny girl, she is 100% unsure if she's still alive.
I think she's...
The last panel we saw of her was, like, hanging out of a tree branch with only one limb. Like, she's possibly dead. Like, she's definitely...
I think they kept showing us her, even as fucked up as she is, but she still has expression on her face so that we know she is still alive, and she's gonna stay alive because the fucking artists and the fans and everyone love her that much, and she is going to stay alive. Like, that's why I marked her as that, because I think, like, whatever we did see of her last was not, like, the fucking fading state that Edshot was in. She seems like, yeah, she only has one limb left, so she absolutely should be dying or dead, but somehow Mirko has survived, and she will continue to do so, I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She's
I want her to be almost dead, and I want to be sad, but I know that she's fine.
Yeah.
I genuinely know that she's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
They've already, like, she lost one limb, fine. Lost another limb, fine. Lost another limb, going ham. And then finally she's down. She's fine. Yeah. I think she's basically that character that the author can point to and be like, you can't kill her. Like, good luck.
yeah, good fucking luck. So,
all right. Well, these are basically our predictions for the majority of these characters.
Quick scroll on the screen, and again, I'll post this later so that you guys have more clear imagery. Watching that video, I was like, damn, I thought I had a cool idea with the fucking whiteboard, but good lord, that did not pan out well. And honestly, trying to even do this with the lighting does not do much better. But yeah,
it might be reversed on their screen.
That's also very possible. So I'm just gonna take this and post it later with the video. But overall,
yeah, we made time.
And yeah, we were thinking like one more year probably at this point, so we're shortening our estimation for how much is left to go.
I think definitely we should do another one of these a year from now, even if it does finish.
Yeah.
Just so we can wrap up and
thoughts.
We can be like, we were right or we were wrong.
We're still not out yet, so
yeah, I don't think that it's going to be finished a year from now, but we will see. And I think a year ago, we were definitely a little bit pessimist on like, oh, this story is dragging.
The pacing was like really getting to us. We were talking about like, just if any of these fights like get dragged out too long, it's like, because we were worried like there was going to be downtime in some of these fights, and there's just going to be doing some dumb shit that wasn't progressing like the main drive of all these conflicts.
Yeah.
And if that happened, it definitely would have been kind of over for this series. But like they all of them seem to hit pretty hard. The fucking Shoto and Dabi fight went pretty fast, which I appreciated, because again, it was a reignition of a fight that seemed like it already happened, but it had like a couple more things that I understand were necessary in the end to get across what was going on there. So I would say I am looking forward to what's in store. I have been having a lot of fun recently. And it's come back in a big way. Yeah,
definitely. So. And these most recent chapters that had just come out as of December 5th for today, just learning about the lore of All for One, finally, the origins and the first One for All like holder and the second holder as well, and like how the following holders got brutally fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They just did like a quick panels
I want more of that. I want to see more of that. I'm so sad that it's just like a scratched over panel of like each of them. But it's going good. We're eating good.
We're eating good tonight.
We're eating good.
Oh my lord. Yeah. Absolutely amazing shit. So yeah, thank you for joining me again.
Thank you for inviting me.
We'll probably see you again next year with our potentially final thoughts, or not so final if there is still more to go. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and peace out.